chairman wa Luo Council elder Mzee Nyandiko Ngadi. Mimi ndio nilikuwa nachaguliwa hapa Nyanza kama mzee ambayo naweza linda mali wa Jaluo. Mimi ndio nalinda mali ya Jaluo ofisi yangu.
Therefore, we came here to confirm to you that Ofafa is being taken care of by the Luo Council of Elders under Nyandiko Ngadi.
Headquarters of the Luo as a community is based in Kisumu at Ofafa Hall. If we every day speak of Luo is one nation, one community in one house, the house is here today. If you want to come out and tell us that you are the leader of the Luo community, you must welcome all the Luos into Ofafa Hall. If you want to be a leader of the Luo, whenever the Luo are fighting, you must bring them together to talk and come up with one leader. You cannot take sides with any one group and tell the world that the Luo is one community.
Thank you so much and welcome back once again to our one-stop digital channel, that is Media One International TV. Today we want to look at the current affairs, that is the issues going around or issues going viral in social media up to that this particular time. And majorly, we want to look at what is currently going on in the leadership of the Luo Council of Elders. The main reason we are looking into this is that we saw there was a lot of commotions or chaos. The two factions of Luo Council of Elders, one led by Nyandiko and the other one led by Odongi Randa. There has been a lot of chaos or a lot of dramas revolving or surrounding this leadership of Luo. That is why today we've seen it wise to bring to you our guest today, Honorable Bungo Wich, who is also the president of Sufuria Revolution Movement. Also, Honorable Bungo Wich is also a politician, that is to say, because he's eyeing some political seats come 2027, that is Kondele Ward. Just but around our topic of the day, that is the current affairs, that is the wrangles that is there between within the Luo Council of Elders leadership, because until when the Luo Council of Elders Odongi Randa was coronated or was inaugurated as the Luo Council of Elders, there has not been peace. It has never been peace. Peace has never been seen in the leadership, because that division of the Luo Council of Elders, the two factions, that is the other one which I've mentioned earlier before, led by Nyandiko Gudi, and the other one we have Odongi Randa. That is why we've brought to you our guest of the day. Thank you so much, Honorable Sospisto Bungo Wich, for making time for us, and we don't take it for granted. We appreciate your time. Honorable Sospisto Bungo Wich, we are looking at the Luo leadership, Council of Luo Elders leadership, the wrangles that is there. We saw yesterday what happened, and to start with, that faction of the Luo. We know very well that the Luo Council of Elders have divided into or split into two. That is that faction of Nyandiko and the other faction of Odongi Randa. Now, according to what happened yesterday, what actually, what picture do we bring to the table of this leadership?
Okay, what transpired yesterday is an embarrassment to the Luo community. Basically, because as far as I'm concerned, the bona fide chair and the president of the Luo Council of Elders is none rather than Jaduong Kera Odongeranda, and not Ndiko Ongadi, as others are saying. And I want to say this categorically, because we, the Luos, we are under the leadership of Jaduong Odongeranda and not the leadership of Ker Nyandiko Ongadi, because Nyandiko Ongadi has shown interest of working with William Samoei Ruto. And let me just tell you in speed that the leadership of the Luo Council, it is not a leadership that drives us towards a direction, because we all know that as Luos, as we support Raila Amolo Odinga and none rather than Raila Amolo Odinga, that is our person that we always support as Luo community. And therefore, anybody who takes us to a different direction, that person is our enemy as a Luo community. And so let me tell you that whatever we saw yesterday at Ofafa, that was just purely drama. And it was just purely a UDA affair and not a Luo Council of elders meeting, as it is supposed to be termed or called. We all know that the person that was coronated as the council, as the president and the council of elders is Odongiranda and not Nyandiko Ongadi. So Mr. Nyandiko Ongadi and his people, the Odoyo Widi and other people who are supporting him, must give us respect as Luo people, because we are subscribing to the leadership of Odongiranda and not the leadership of Nyandiko Ongadi.
Thank you so much, Mheshimiwa. Now, Mheshimiwa, what actually, what picture does Nyandiko brings on board when he says he is the Luo Council of Elders?
That is purely drama. There is nothing big in that. There is no any big deal in that, because we know that it's being used by William Samoei Ruto and the people around UDA just to bring chaos and to demonstrate that there is pure division in the Luo, and there is no division. As we are led politically by Raila Amolo Odinga, and we are also led in terms of traditionally by Ker Odongeranda, and nothing else. There is nothing that we are getting from Nyandiko. Those are purely drama. Yes.
Now, in the morning hours when the faction of Nyandiko actually they went to Ofafa Hall, and this all dramas is all about Ofafa Hall. We saw some post earlier on when Nyandiko said, and he posted and he said that he even have the title deed of Ofafa Hall.
The story about the title deed is also another big drama, because last time when Odongiranda was coronated, I remember very well Raila Amolo Odinga telling us that he has the title and he keeps the title. Therefore, anybody who is talking about the title, that person is daydreaming, because His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga gave us the full story on how Ofafa came into being. Ofafa is a very famous person in the Luo region, somebody who was killed as a result of the push for good governance and his activities around that time. And we remember how the Luo community collected some monies through Arambes, which was led by the later Jaramogi Oginga Odinga. And through then, we had the Ofafa as an institution, and that building came in place. So the building plus the land and everything around it, the person who is having the title deed is none other than Raila Amolo.
Thank you, Honorable Mheshimiwa. Do you say that the title deed that Nyandiko has is fake?
I don't have the powers to authenticate that document, because after all, I don't work under the Ministry of Lands. What I know that I believe that Raila Amolo Odinga is not just a person who can just come or rise up and say that he has a title deed, while on the other hand, he doesn't have it. I believe him, because everything that he's always told us, it always comes to pass. So I don't want to talk so much about the title deed that Nyandiko has, because I've not seen it. If you have it, you can show it to me. But I don't have because I've not even seen the title that Raila Amolo Odinga has. So I cannot check between the two and authenticate which one is real. But I know above all that Raila is a man who doesn't lie. When he says that he has a title, that is the real title that we know as the Luo people that belongs to the Ofafa. Please.
Mheshimiwa, we are coming to this peace in the leadership of Luo Council of Elders. A projection of it, do you see there will be peace in the leadership?
As far as I'm concerned, I'm not seeing anything like peace, because as the people who subscribes to Odungiranda, we know that we have our leader already in place, and we are doing all that we think as Luo people, and the people around us are also subscribing to the leadership of Odungiranda, and all that Odungi has said, and even he spoke yesterday, he was just calling for peace. He's telling us that as all Luos, we need to be united. Unity, unity, unity. But on the other hand, Nyandiko Ngadi is not ready for peace, because the people that are pushing him are not seeing anything around peace. They are only trying to make somebody much happy about somewhere, and that is why they are pushing for division in the Luo people, in the Luo community. And the moment you push for division, that one you are calling for lack of unity. So on their side, they are not for peace, but on our side, we are for peace.
Okay. Thank you so much, Mheshimiwa. Mheshimiwa, we're just coming to closure of this special interview. Now, do you see aspect of politics in these wrangles?
I've just told you that Nyandiko Ngadi is pushed by politicians. But as the people who subscribe to the leadership of Nyandiko, the leadership of Odungiranda, we fully believe that Odungi fits to all that position, not because of his good words, but because he served in the council, in the Luo council, as a committee member in the previous past, and we have seen some good abilities that he's been holding in the previous past. And also, we believe that under his leadership, the Luo will be united. So everything touching on politics, that is coming from the side of the UDA. As the person that guides us politically is Raila Amolo Odinga. But that question is answered in this format. There is purely politics that is pushed by the people in the UDA. For example, yesterday we saw Doyo Widi, who pushed Nyandiko Ngadi into Ofafa Hall. Doyo Widi is a politician. So I can see politics, I can test politics, and I can feel politics. Politics has really taken center stage into the Luo Council of Elders affairs. Yes.
Now, talking of, you're talking of unity of the Luos. Under what credit can you give to Nyandiko, not Nyandiko, but rather the Luo Council of Elders, that the president actually, Jaduong Odungiranda, to maybe travel with this leadership up to the end. Now, bringing Luos together, that is the Luo leadership all over the world. What credit can you give him in the instance of bringing Luos together under one unity or umbrella?
Mzee Odungiranda has demonstrated that he is having full capacity, and he is all aware of all that he wants to do. Remember, immediately he got into office. Before he got into office, Mzee traveled to Mombasa. He united all the Luos in Mombasa, and they sat down. They all agreed about the affairs and the social and cultural values about the Luos. That one demonstrated that he has already started the job, and is calling for peace, and he started the journey of unity amongst the Luo people. He's been talking every time and advising us. Even during the day that we were celebrating the 30th anniversary of the late Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, Mzee was there, and he spoke very well that day, and he also just encouraged us as Luo people to be united. Through all those, I can say categorically, without fear or favor, that Mzee has demonstrated some ability to unite the Luo people. Unlike Mzee Nyandiko Ngadi, whom on the other hand has always been calling us to support William Samoei Ruto instead of talking about the Luo's affairs. You remember the position of the Luo Care elder, Luo Care, is not the position to tell us to go continue supporting another opponent. It is a position that talks about the economic, the economic well-being of the Luo. It is a position that should be telling us about the social well-being of the Luo and the political well-being of the Luo. But with him, he's just decided to talk about the political. And on the side of the political, is telling the Luos to support Ruto, which we have not sat down as all the Luos and to agree upon that we need to support Ruto. That is the big difference. That is the tall order. That is where there is a conflict that is arising between these two factions. Just as I finish on that, I want to bring you to speed on the story about the Talai Council of Elders. There were some wrangles and some differences and misunderstanding between the Talai that were supporting Honorable Gideon Moi and the other camp which was supporting William Samoei Ruto during the political period in the year 2022. These matters were politically instigated, and immediately William Samoei Ruto got into power. That thing came to an end. So this is also happening because the side of the UDA is trying to use Mzee to bring division amongst us as Luos, simply to divide us on the attention that the Luos are not supporting Raila Amolo Odinga fully. That is all that is being played out in the public. But we have known it and we have seen it, and as the representative of the young people, I want to encourage the young people never to allow themselves to be used. So what I saw at Ofafa is something that should not be that should not happen any longer, because youths were mobilized. They were given some money only to go there, and even they wore some reflectors for the UDA, as if it was a function for the UDA. That was, if Nyandiko Ngadi is saying that he represents and he adds all the Luos, why was he into Ofafa with the reflectors indicating that he is into a function of the UDA instead of just going there and calling for unity amongst all the Luos? Yes.
Now, thank you so much, Mheshimiwa. Mheshimiwa, we are looking into this issue, deep into it, because it is not just a mere issue. Do you think that these wrangles will come to an end? Or maybe, what are the remedies or the solutions now maybe to end these wrangles in the Luo Council of Elders?
The best way to end this is for Nyandiko Ngadi to leave all the stories around it and make sure that it respects Jaduong Odongeranda as our coronated care, because he had been coronated, and so we respect him into that position. That is the best way to end all this. But without Nyandiko Ngadi respecting the position of Jaduong Odongeranda, then there will be no peace. That I can assure you. Because each and every time, if he goes against the wishes of the Luo Council of Elders, that is when he will be calling for all these differences and misunderstanding around it. If he wants peace, then let him relinquish that position and leave it for the person that is recognized into that position, which is Jaduong Odongeranda, whom we all recognize worldwide as Luos, because Luos are in different countries. Luos are in Uganda, Luos are in Tanzania, Luos are in Somalia, Luos are in DRC Congo, Luos are in America, Luos are everywhere in the world. So our president is Jaduong Odongeranda, and he must respect that. Yes.
Now, maybe in conclusion, or to conclude, maybe your last words to maybe the political class. We are talking of the faction of the UDA and the other side of ODM. Maybe your last words to the Luo Council of Elders. That is to say, the whole members or leadership of Luo Council of Elders.
I wish to encourage the entire leadership of the Luo Council of Elders to not to interfere. I wish to encourage the entire leadership of the Luo Council of Elders to know that we are highly looking upon them for direction, and we truly believe that they can make it. We know and understand fully that they have a very big role to take, and that is for social matters, economic and political. And I also wish to encourage Jaduong Odongeranda to continue fighting on, because we know that the dark forces that are fighting him are being sponsored by the UDA government and through William Samoei Ruto, and I wish to encourage him that as Luo people, we are fully behind Raila Amolo Odinga and behind his leadership, and we are not leaving him any soon, and we'll always be behind him. For every direction that he gives us, we'll always be following. That I can tell him. As for peace and unity, let him continue praying for peace and unity amongst the Luo community. To the leadership of the ODM and even Nyanza region, those that are elected in ODM and are in Azimio, I wish to tell you that this is the time that we need to fight together. This is the time that we need to come together and not speak at each other, but talk to each other. We need to talk to each other so that we understand the general problems that are facing us as a people, because there is high cost of living, which is a very serious problem that is affecting all Kenyans. There is a matter touching on IBC. We need to come together so that we talk as a people and we support the NADCO, the National Dialogue Committee. We need to give it a full, clean bill of health so that it passes through the National Assembly, so that the issues that are affecting this country can now be sorted out. That is my clarion call. And if all those can be taken care of, then as a nation we can be headed towards a good direction. Because as far as I'm seeing William Samoei Ruto does not have goodwill for this country. And we must push together as the supporters of Raila Amolo Odinga so that we see to it that come 2027, Raila Amolo Odinga is elected as the President of the Republic of Kenya, so that we feel what we are supposed to be feeling, and we see to it that Kenya is a country that belongs to all of us, not for a few individuals. Thank you, and may God bless you.
No, thank you so much for the viewers. We thank you for your viewership, and we want to take a special moment or a special maybe item to thank our honorable guest of honor today, Honorable Sospito Bungo, which is also eyeing for some political seat come 2027. We'll talk about that some other time. I think we'll have time to speak about it. But we want to thank everyone, our viewers, for your viewership. And if you actually listen to the topic of the day, it was all about the wrangles that is there in between the leadership of the Luo Council of Elders. Now the wrangles that was there and the chaos that erupted yesterday, we saw everything that happened. Now this marks the end of this special interview, and we want to thank everyone. Don't forget to click at the button of to subscribe, comment, share, and like our one-stop channel, that is Media One International, for all top stories ranging from political stories, social stories, economical stories, and all that, name them. We want to thank everyone for that, and we want to assure you that we'll give you our best of every story that we come up with. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your viewership.
Media One International, always fast and fast. Like, share, and subscribe.